Playground Dive Shop. Recess is no longer just for kids, but in any business, you can't do it by yourself. So I'm excited to introduce this next staff member that we have, and it's part of our instructional staff. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, Scuba Jenn with the Playground Dive Shop, bringing you What's Your 2020 Vision. Today we have another staff introduction, and I want to introduce Miss Cathi Christina.
Hi.
She's one of the instructors at the Playground Dive Shop. So, how are you doing today?
Wonderful. Ready to go diving.
Yay, let's all go. I do have a couple questions for you. The first one is, what do you do for a living?
Well, what I do for a real living that pays the bills so I can dive is I'm an HR director.
And how long have you been doing that?
35 years.
That's amazing since you're only 29.
I know, isn't that awesome?
That's the new math. I don't understand. Our second question is, how long have you been diving?
Since 1983, when I was in college.
And what got you into diving?
Well, I was in Hawaii on a 2-week trip before my senior year in college, and I decided to do a Discover class. And I fell in love with it, so the entire 2 weeks I was in Hawaii, I spent all my time under the water and was certified when I left.
So now you're an instructor, and you are an instructor for the Playground Dive Shop. What made you want to become an instructor?
Well, I love sharing my love of scuba diving with people, and it's really, I'm a trainer at heart. I do a lot of training, so I became a dive master and helped instructors and decided I wanted to be the instructor. It's nice to help people learn to breathe under the water, and it's really gratifying when you see someone take their first breath and they get it and they're so excited. It's fun to be a part of that.
Yeah, she's an awesome asset to our instructor staff here, and she's also one of our leading instructors for the EFR program. We always kind of try to let her teach that first, because that's, to me, that's one of her biggest strong points is the EFR, and she does an amazing job with that. So if you sign up for Rescue Your EFR, most likely she's going to be your instructor on that one too. Yep. So one of my other questions is, we are both females. And as a female diver, even though there are more and more female divers, it's still pretty minuscule in the grand scheme of divers in the world. What words of encouragement do you have to other females who are thinking about getting certified?
Just do it, because we're amazing divers, and the guys are getting a whole lot better, realizing that we're just as good as they are. And heck, we've taught a lot of the guys to dive that have joined us on the pro side, and I think they've learned a lot from us because our way of doing things is a little different than their way. I think sometimes we can be more empathetic, and women are great divers. We have a good time together too.
Yes, we do. And in July is International Women's Dive Day, so stay tuned for events that we're going to have on that. Share us one of the coolest experiences that you've had diving.
One of the coolest experiences as an instructor is just as a diver.
As a diver.
As a diver, I think one of the coolest experiences that I've had is when I got to see a barracuda. Not a barracuda, but when I saw manta ray. When I was in Cayman and I saw manta ray, that was probably the big animal thing. Is pretty cool. Otherwise, I just love it all. It's so hard to find any one thing that stands out sometimes. I think one of the most fun is when you go with a big group of people, because we're such a community. And when we were at Cocoa View with everybody, it was kind of like, I called it Scuba School. Like we were all in a big dorm together, and we were just a bunch of kids, and everybody having a good time together. That was probably one of the first big group trips I'd taken that I loved.
Yeah, group trips are great, because when you go diving on your own or with your spouse on a boat with other divers that you're not familiar with, you never know what the dynamics is like on a boat. But when you're in a group dive vacation and you're diving with the same divers repetitively every day for a week, after the first couple days, you know how everybody dives. If you want to buddy team with somebody else, you can. Particularly girls, a lot of times we buddy up together because guys are air hogs.
Yes, they kind of are sometimes. We can make ours last forever.
Yes. So it is nice by going with the group. And then when you go with the group, you kind of usually have your own dive boat too. So these are great benefits when you're diving on a group trip. What is your favorite piece of equipment? Doesn't have to be the primary life-saving equipment. Just, it could be anything. If you had one piece of equipment, what would you say that would be?
Next to mask, snorkel, and fins, which is kind of a given, it'd be my regulator. I like to have a custom bite for my regulator. It's more comfortable for my mouth, and I just like having something that's usually just in my mouth and not shown with everybody else. So I think my regulator would be the one thing I would have first before everything else.
Okay. And so we have some new divers that are watching these videos, and do you have a piece of advice that you would like to give a brand new diver, maybe not even been in the pool yet?
Believe you can, and don't ever think that just because you don't get something right away that you can't get it. It just means you haven't got it yet. We love to work with you and help you get through the things that might be a struggle for you. So believe in yourself, believe that you can, and try it. If you've ever wanted to try it, don't be afraid to try it. It's so much fun. You will not be sorry.
Awesome. Well, great job. Do you have anything else you want to share?
No, but come dive with us at the Playground Dive Shop. We love to have new divers, love to get people in the water, and I love to teach the advanced skills and take people through from being just a basic open water diver to when they absolutely love it and then join us on the pro side. It's very gratifying.
Yes, it is. So on behalf of the Playground Dive Shop, I'm Scuba Jenn.
I'm Cathi.
Have a great day.